Samsung may be about to pull off one of its biggest Galaxy Ultra redesigns in years. But here's the problem. If the latest leaks are accurate, Samsung's next flagship could end up looking surprisingly similar to Apple's next-generation iPhone. And that's only the beginning. Because behind this controversial new design are rumors of a much bigger battery, built-in magnetic charging, a completely reworked camera system, next-generation LPDDR6 memory, and performance upgrades that could make the Galaxy S27 Ultra Samsung's most powerful smartphone ever. At the same time, another leak suggests the standard Galaxy S27 might barely change at all. So are we looking at Samsung's most exciting Ultra upgrade in years? Or another generation where only the most expensive models get all the attention? Let's break down everything that's being rumored so far, what actually makes sense and what Samsung fans should be paying attention to. Let's start with the change that's generating the most discussion online. Samsung's rumored new camera design. According to multiple reports, Samsung could be moving away from the floating camera ring design that has defined the Galaxy Ultra lineup for years. Instead, the company may introduce a full-width horizontal camera bar stretching across the rear of the device. Now, it's important to note that the images currently circulating online are not official CAD renders. They're simply artist interpretations based on the leaks we've seen so far. But even with that disclaimer, one thing immediately stands out. The similarities to Apple's rumored iPhone Air 2. Apple is reportedly preparing a similar horizontal camera layout, and if both companies move forward with these designs, their next flagship phones could end up looking far more alike than many people expected. Technically, Samsung would likely launch first, giving it the right to claim it got there before Apple. But that probably won't stop the internet from comparing the two devices side by side. And let's be honest, if Samsung's next Ultra ends up looking almost identical to an iPhone, social media is going to have an absolute field day. Which is exactly why many people believe this may not be the final design. Then again, Samsung has never been afraid to borrow ideas when it believes they improve the user experience. So for now, all eyes are on the first real CAD renders. Because those will tell us whether this design controversy is real or just another rumor cycle. But the design itself isn't the most interesting part. What's more important is why Samsung may be making this change in the first place. One of the biggest complaints about modern flagship phones is camera wobble. If you've ever tried using your phone while it's lying flat on a table, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The moment you touch the screen, the phone rocks back and forth because the camera module sticks out so much. A horizontal camera bar could significantly reduce that problem by distributing the thickness more evenly across the back of the device. The phone would sit flatter, feel more stable, and potentially become more comfortable to use on a desk. But that's only one advantage. A wider camera bar could also create more flexibility inside the phone, allowing Samsung to rearrange internal components more efficiently. And that brings us to another major rumor. Magnets. According to recent leaks, Samsung could finally improve support for magnetic accessories and Qi 2 wireless charging. For years, Galaxy users have watched Apple's MagSafe ecosystem grow larger and more convenient while Samsung relied mostly on third-party solutions. If Samsung finally adopts stronger magnetic alignment technology, it could dramatically improve wireless charging, magnetic wallets, battery packs, and other accessories. Now, there are still questions surrounding how magnets might interact with the S Pen. That's one reason some analysts remain skeptical. But even if Samsung doesn't fully copy Apple's approach, the new camera layout alone could make magnetic accessories easier to align and use. And if these reports are true, the biggest benefit of this redesign may have nothing to do with looks at all. It could be what's hiding underneath the back panel. For years, one complaint has followed Samsung's Ultra phones everywhere. The battery. While Samsung has consistently improved cameras, displays, and performance, battery capacity has remained surprisingly conservative compared to some Chinese competitors. Brands like Xiaomi, Vivo, and Honor have been pushing closer to the 6000 mAh mark and beyond, while Samsung has continued playing it safe. That may finally be about to change. According to recent leaks, the Galaxy S27 Ultra could feature Samsung's largest Ultra battery yet, potentially reaching a typical capacity of 6000 mAh. Now, before anyone gets too excited, it's important to remember that this is still an early rumor. But if Samsung actually reaches that number, it would represent one of the most meaningful upgrades the Ultra lineup has received in years. And the benefits go far beyond simply lasting longer. A larger battery gives Samsung more flexibility. It allows the company to push performance harder, improve camera processing, support brighter displays, and still maintain strong battery life. Even more interesting is what happens when you combine a bigger battery with the other upgrades being rumored. A more efficient OLED display, a next-generation Snapdragon processor, LPDDR6 memory, and improved thermal management. Individually, each upgrade sounds nice. Together, they could dramatically improve real-world endurance. For many users, that may end up being a bigger deal than any camera improvement. Because at the end of the day, the best smartphone camera in the world doesn't mean much if you're constantly searching for a charger. But while battery life may finally be getting the attention fans have been demanding, Samsung could also be preparing one of the most controversial camera decisions in Galaxy Ultra history. If these leaks are accurate, Samsung may be simplifying the Galaxy Ultra camera system in a way that could divide its fanbase. According to multiple reports, the dedicated 3x telephoto camera could be removed entirely from the Galaxy S27 Ultra. That would leave Samsung with a cleaner setup built around a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and a 50-megapixel 5x periscope zoom lens. On paper, this sounds like a downgrade. After all, Samsung has spent years promoting the flexibility of having multiple zoom options. So why would the company remove one? The answer may come down to efficiency. Eliminating the 3x module creates more internal space, allowing Samsung to dedicate additional room to the battery, cooling system, or other components. It's a classic engineering trade-off. You give up one component to improve the overall device. Some reports even suggest Samsung's upgraded 5x zoom camera could deliver results at intermediate zoom levels that rival or exceed what the old 3x camera produced. Personally, I'm not completely convinced by that claim. A dedicated optical lens still has advantages that software alone cannot fully replace. Physics matters. And while image processing continues to improve every year, many photography enthusiasts will probably want to see real-world comparisons before declaring this a win. Still, if Samsung manages to deliver better overall image quality while freeing up internal space for larger upgrades elsewhere, this decision could end up making more sense than it initially appears. And speaking of upgrades elsewhere, the performance improvements being rumored for the S27 Ultra sound absolutely massive.